Hello Aries, welcome to Told Us Love Tarot. If you're new, if you're returning, thanks for coming back. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you have a bunch of Aries in your chart. If this resonates, that's awesome. Could you give it a like and leave a comment? I hope you subscribe, you share it with a friend if it resonates, or if you think it would resonate for them, if you're cross-watching for an Aries. Whether or not it resonates, that's awesome. Could you just check out the other signs in your chart as well, Aries? Just by doing so, you could be finding a message that resonates even more so for you than this one. But you are also helping my little YouTube baby channel named after a Jimi Hendrix song grow, as I've been pretty open and honest about this being a hustle for myself and pushing towards 1,000 subscribers here at YouTube. In the meantime, if you'd like to book a reading with me, you could do so, Aries, by emailing me at toldaslovetarot@gmail.com. And I want to say thank you so much to the viewers who have sent donations and gifts at my Cashapp and Venmo. I greatly appreciate it, and makes me that much more confident in myself and this channel. So thank you so much, Aries. It is hotter than hell where I am in Massachusetts. I have fans going. I hope they're not too loud in the background. This is sticking out at me, so I'm going to go to this card. Multiple partners. I did some tie-dye this week, so my fingers are still bluish. Multiple partners. Wasn't meant to be. Being used. You're one of the best things, people in my life. Selfish. This could be a same-sex relationship or friendship. You've got yourself a hater. Are you playing me? Red flags. You're being kept a secret. Obsessive. You go, girl. I feel like someone has, all right. This is like having someone secretly watching you, or, I want to say keeping tabs, and I've said that in other readings recently, keeping tabs on you. I got this sense of someone feeling possessive over you, Aries, or you over them, but there's no what's the word I want to say, platform, or there's no justification for it, because it's like they have no possession over you. They have no control over you. I get a feeling of being mad at someone for doing what's best for them. It's like someone saying, I want to stay single and remain single because they know that that is what's best for them. And someone getting really mad and upset that this person wants to remain single because they're taking it very personally, or taking very personally what someone has chosen to do, which is in the best interest for them. It could be wanting to cut your hours back at work. It could be just a decision that you've made that is in the best interest of yourself, and you feel like you're being judged for it, for being selfish. People are calling you selfish. People are hating on you. It's like people who were the best parts of your life, or you have great memories with them, are now being just terrible, I want to say. Like, there's an essence of judgment here, and but it's like well, none of us have a right to judge any of each other, but it's like, how could you do this to me? Like, you're the best thing that ever happened to me, so how could you want to do what's best for you? Something like that. I think I just saw the Three of Swords. Here you are, the Magician, Aries, Gemini energy. And I feel like this is, I'm seeing like stop, but I'm also seeing like doing, creating, making a stance, doing what's best for you. The Three of Swords, like I said. Someone, this is already so clear, the Moon, Cancer energy, Nine of Wands. I feel, well, first of all, I have to say that the Magician being Gemini energy as well as Aries, and this being the Moon, you could be dealing with someone who has Gemini or Cancer in their chart, but I started to think of a Gemini-Cancer cusp. Someone like myself, born June 17th through the 23rd. I just got confirmation on the screen. It's like turning the heat up on someone who doesn't deserve it or didn't do anything to deserve it. Someone is secretly sweating, like, God, this is so bizarre. It's like an energy of like of major control, major wanting to control, can't control. There's no more any option to control. So the Ace of Wands reversed just came out, and the Four of Wands. Six of Cups is at the bottom. 6, 7, 8. 8 of, no, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8 of Swords. Oh. With these two cards, I feel like I'm seeing someone who has who was in a stable relationship, a stable committed job, like contracted job, something where it was what they've wanted, what they've worked for. They got to the top of what they were, for what they wanted, and they got there and it was like, wasn't enough. This feeling of like, what else is out there, and having what so many would consider is like everything. Like, this could be your job. This could be like you, you've created a business, Aries, or you could have taken like heartache or things that happened to you, and you transmuted and morphed that heartache and negative energy into it's like you took what you knew and made it into a business or a I'm feeling also like if this is someone who knew, let's say you grew up in like an Italian home and you know about homemade pasta sauce and pesto, so you took your years of having to help do all this shit that you didn't want to have to do and lose out on experiences with people your own age because you had to help make this fucking sauce that you didn't, or wine, like make a wine that you didn't even get to try, but you had to be a part of it. It's like you then took those memories or those trials or tribulations. I even started thinking someone who worked in the liquor industry and took everything they knew about liquor and like made it into a business, made a bar, made themselves a carrier of a certain type of wine that they had to help make when they were a child, or someone taking those years of making pasta sauce and pesto and starting to establish a little business of making the things that they hated having to fucking make when they were a kid. Someone is freaking ignited when they are hurting. Some people, when they are hurting and have a heartache, see that heart? Some people would like crawl into a ball and like go into a depression when they are hurt and they are in pain. You Aries, when you are hurting, your little heart, you see that little flame in the broken heart? It explodes. Look at that fire. Explodes. I want to say into rage, but I think this is more taking that hurt and making it into like I'm hearing like I'll show you, or like you just take the hurt and you are able to manifest with it. And you took the hurt, the pain, this could have been shit from your childhood, or it could be something like a breakup that happened, because this is a big broad reading, but someone took the pain and created with it this entire established person, establishment, relationship, took the heartache from their previous marriage and built up what ended up being the best relationship they've ever had in their life. To that extent, and I would say that there's nothing that could take anybody from this relationship or this establishment where they have taken their pain and they've built it up into something. But I also feel like this is someone who gets what they want and then still feels like, then what am I missing? What am I chasing? Why am I constantly chasing? Why am I constantly trying to prove something? Why am I constantly trying to look for this or that? Like, I have the perfect relationship, so why am I constantly seeking sexual attention or romantic attention? I also just heard like someone can't even help that they are constantly given this type of attention and recognition, whether you want it or not. It's like this hot fiery wand energy, Aries, which is very Aries, is around you. The Tower reversed went flying over on top of the Magician. Now this is Aries energy again. You are here indirectly, and I think that that's interesting. The Emperor isn't here, but the two cards that I know of that have Aries energy in association with another sign are here. So I'm also thinking what's interesting is there's an Aries Gemini here, and then there's Aries Scorpio. So there might be some sort of Scorpio, Gemini, Aries trifecta, something where, I mean, the common denominator here is Aries. It's like someone created an ending, is the person that ended it. And I get the feeling of not wanting to take ownership of that because the Tower is in reverse. This person did it, their hand is raised, but it's in reverse because they're not taking ownership of it. Or someone who wanted to fix a situation that's fallen apart or was falling apart. Yeah, it's already fallen apart, and then trying to create a, this goes back to something that was heartbreaking. This could be an ending of a relationship. This could have been bullying as a child. Something that hurt emotionally deep, broke your heart, and then trying to fix it, trying to mend it. It's some sort of long connection. I do feel like it somehow came to an end. People parting ways. Libra, truth, 3 of Cups. There's a whole lot of 3 here, okay? I'm starting to get a third dynamic. Like this could be, you and your roommate and your landlord. You and your work partner and your supervisor. You and your partner and a friend. There's like a third person dynamic here. A third element that I think was part of the issue. Multiple partners. Ha 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 ha. Someone could be watching tarot to help, like, figure out the situation or look for help with the situation. Ace of Pentacles reversed. I feel like there was some sort of established connection, partnership, friendship. Pisces energy, the Hanged One, 2 of Cups. Yes. Some sort of established, there was some sort of established partnership, friendship. It's 2 people who dated, and a third element here. The third element trying to come between the 2. It could be a husband and wife who work together, and his boss is trying to tell his wife what to do. And it's this awkward step of like, it's just an awkward situation. This could be, I wanted to say, like, Aries, you get your sibling a job working with you, and you find that their boss, who was so cool with you or is your friend, is actually being a dick to them and coming down on them, and you're kind of stuck in this situation of like wanting to say something, but can you say something, and how can I say this? Oh, I feel like this is someone's, there's this stuck feeling of like not being able to do anything, wanting to do something, wanting to fix the situation, wanting to help the situation. To me, there's someone here who is not or hasn't taken ownership. And you like, how do you get your husband's supervisor to admit that they're like coming down on you? You know what I mean? How do you get your own former boss to like admit that they're sticking it to your sibling for whatever reason? Like, you know what I mean? There's a very weird situation here. Because someone doesn't want to take ownership for their actions, or like, how are you ever going to get them to admit to it? It's some sort of dynamic where you're never going to get them to admit to this either. Your sibling, who was your best friend, starts dating someone, and you've noticed that since they've begun dating, you never hear from your sibling anymore, and more your siblings picking fights with you over shit that was like, what? It's like, this was never an issue. What is going on? How are you gonna get them to admit that the common denominator here is the girlfriend, is the boyfriend? How are you gonna get them to see and admit that they are choosing someone over you, their sibling, who hasn't done them wrong, but has been led to believe or is listening to shit? I hope all those examples like make sense. Noticing, like, taking time away from your family because you notice that your parents are treating different people in the family different. How are you gonna get them to admit that? Because I feel like an Aries would want that admission. Knowing you're never gonna get that admission, so just accepting what you have and knowing that what you really want isn't going to happen. Does that make sense? Someone is stuck waiting for someone to admit something or come correct or take ownership, and it's just not gonna happen. So like, they need to be happy with what they have right now because they don't need this. This is something of that effect of like, you mean so much to me, so how could you do what's best for you? Wheel of Fortune again. I feel like this is the dynamic of, there's someone or both, two people who have already gone separate ways, who have lived separate lives, but they keep tabs on each other, or they keep this, there's some connection that keeps them. Maybe someone's going to listen to a tarot reading and they notice that like they keeps being brought up this old issue, or like where they tried to fix something, someone didn't take ownership or wouldn't take ownership. I feel like someone is like stuck wanting something that's just not gonna come to them. It's just not going to happen. They're looking for this. Someone has ended something, created a boundary, moved on, like, this is, I think, like, that someone living a whole new life, but keeping tabs on the past, But I also think this is also someone, it's like you have no business keeping tabs on what's on the other side of that. This is the person who's like the awkward third dynamic here. Maybe someone established a wall, cut someone off. This is the person who like did what's best for them and is like being chastised for it. Someone not accepting an apology or an offer, like not wanting it, not wanting to do this, not wanting not wanting to have to listen to their husband's supervisor. It's awkward. This is a weird dynamic. Not wanting to have to say something to your sibling's boss, but you feel like you have to because they're it's a weird dynamic. Not wanting to have to admit that they were doing what you accused them of doing or thought they were doing, or you're never gonna get this out of them. Judgment. I feel like that's the only way something would like work or change. There isn't a dynamic here that isn't equal or wasn't equal, that someone stopped playing along with or became privy to. I feel like that Judgment card is like a desire to have this conversation, to get what you're looking for, to get someone to make that admittance, to take ownership, to wow, there's a bunch right here. Majors. The High Priestess reverse, the Chariot, the Hermit reverse, Temperance. So that's Pisces, Cancer, Virgo, Sagittarius energy. There could have been multiple people and factors who are part of this dynamic that I'm getting a work vibe. This could be something that was like work related. I'm also getting a feeling of someone making the best decision that they thought, like making a decision that they thought was best for them at the time, because they want to do what's best for them. This is the person who's following their intuition, who did what was they thought was in their own best interest, and they're being like chastised for it and being like, I'm almost feeling like, Aries, this is an energy of like someone just, or people hating on you for being strong enough to follow your own intuition and do what's best for you. This is the person who's motivated when they are doubted, or motivated when they are treated in a type of way that breaks their heart. Finding out things only like this is someone who finds out something and all it does is catapult them forward. And this could be like a heartbreak that ends up catapulting someone's life forward in a different direction. even could be the person, like the person who's the third awkward dynamic, who's trying to keep control in a weird, awkward situation. It could even be so much as like you, Aries, doing what's best for you, or however this resonates, is like a slice of humble pie to this person that needs to happen. The Lovers, Gemini energy now. Page of Cups. I get this feeling of a lot of people knowing your business or knowing things about you that you maybe didn't want them to know, Aries. I get a lot of people asking what's good with Aries, because there's a lot of people here right now. And I think this Lovers card still goes back to there was some sort of awkward third dynamic here. Third person, third... This, I'm even hearing like this could be a religious thing. Like you choose to do something that's best for you religiously, and people hate on that. And it's like, how the fuck can you hate on that when I'm doing what's best for me and my beliefs? Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Five of Swords. I feel like there's either victory coming or you're already there and you're just being quiet about it, but this is definitely severing ties with people, places, thoughts, no longer communicating with certain people, or just not listening even, I'm hearing. And then the Queen of Pentacles reverse is, I feel like, yes, with the Three of Cups reversed here and the 5, 6, 7, 8, Eight of Pentacles reversed here. I feel like someone is working really hard or has worked really hard to get to a place of a, I'm hearing like not worrying about what anybody else thinks or says, and this is like living happily ever after without anybody knowing. Because someone is in that Queen of Pentacles reverse with the Three of Cups reverse with the Eight of Pentacles reverse energy, and it's in reverse because nobody knows about it. Someone may have taken an opportunity, like it's almost like they had it all and then they took a different opportunity and it took them in a totally different direction in life. But it's definitely been beneficial, even though it was judged heavily and people were like, thought you were selfish. I don't know how you can think it's selfish for someone to do what's best for them, but someone did what was best for them. They followed, they made a decision that was best for them, took an opportunity that was best for them. Could be just as simply as following your own gut and intuition and not listening to the people trying to pipe in. And in doing so, someone has established a really strong position of, I feel like, empowerment and quiet happiness, Aries. I might title this like taking heartbreak and making it into happiness. If it resonates, Aries, please give it a like and leave a comment. Thank you so much. Please check out the other signs in your chart, whether or not it does resonate. Because, like I said, just doing so, you're helping the channel grow just by giving them those views. And send this to a friend if you think they would find it interesting and would join my little Told As Love gang. And I appreciate you so much, Aries. I hope you are happy, healthy, and well as we embark on Cancer Leo cusp time, and we'll be leaving Cancer season going into Leo season. Thank you so much for sending me gifts and donations at my channel. It really encourages and helps me grow, and I will see you next time, Aries. Thank you.